Welcome to my channel. I've been finding it increasingly difficult to literally motivate myself to do anything. And when I say anything, I literally mean anything. Like, just getting up is hard. So, I have devised a plan. Basically, it involves me limiting all distractions and hoping that in doing so, I increase productivity. That's the goal. Firstly, no Snapchat, no Instagram, no Facebook, and no Twitter. Not that I use Facebook and Twitter a lot, but just because I know I would if I didn't have access to Snapchat and Instagram. No films and no TV shows, which is literally gonna kill me because a new Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode is coming out on Thursday and I wanna watch it, but I'm gonna need to wait until Monday. I'm a big Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. What can I say? Also, no Amazon. Now, Amazon, weird. I don't shop a lot. I don't go on Amazon frequently. But I know I would, and I would go on some big shopping spree if I didn't put Amazon on this list. And I would waste a lot of money, which I don't want to be wasting. Now that I've set out these limitations, which I need to stick to because I said so, I'm going to share with you my schedule. Basically, the goal is to get precisely 2 hours and 50 minutes worth of study time. Let's see how it goes. I'm hoping it goes well. If not, well, you're going to find out. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna die. I don't really know how I feel about this whole thing, okay? Because when I would usually, quite late, just be scrolling through Snapchat and Instagram, just basically to dumb my brain before I go to bed, there was no social media for me to be scrolling through. And I don't think you entirely appreciate how hard that was. Because there's something I realized, and I hadn't ever realized it before, and that was how calming scrolling through social media truly was. It's just so relaxing, just going through and going through the motions and just kind of seeing what your friends have been up to. But I've got to say, when I got up this morning, I realized I couldn't do social media. I was insanely productive. The 2 hours and 50 minutes that I dedicated in my week were done. I did it. So it is day 3, it's my daily update, and I've got to say for the last 24 hours, my desire to go on social media has literally been non-existent. And I suppose my body's gotten used to it. I suppose it's kind of been like, hey, yo, you know what, no social media, that's fine, all good. But I've got to say, I've started having the sugar craving, which I just can't get rid of. It might be because we just had Easter and I just started eating a lot of sweets, but literally I've been eating a lot of sweets. My bin is just full of shit. But oh well. I feel like today's work was the decider. It was the day in the week where I would either continue doing it and think, oh yes, this is doing something, it is working, or I would think to myself, this is pointless. And I've got to say, today went for the first one. Why? What made this so clear to me? I hear you ask. Picture the most boring activity you could ever do, right? It could be that you're a history student and you have been tasked with writing a 10,000 word essay on 17th century. Take that, take whatever just came to your mind and picture it 10 times worse. That was me. That was me today because I did the dullest, most time consuming, most monotonous piece of work you could have ever done. What could have been so horrific? Well, good question. I made precisely 40 pie charts. Just picture that for a second. 40 pie charts. Okay, so today social media is obviously still non-existent, but I haven't felt like I've needed to. I mean, I have been on FaceTime a lot, so all good. I do feel like I should have banned YouTube. I've got to say I've spent a lot of time on it now. I've literally just been watching Hotel Hell, which is just the little clips YouTube provides. But it's still good to have a bit of entertainment and a bit of thing to kind of get to and kind of escape a bit from work and life. Even though I'm spending more time on YouTube, I've got to say my productivity is still going strong. This is the 3rd or 4th day, I think it's the 4th day, and I'm getting the work done. I'm getting work done that I've set out to do, and It's going well. I feel like it's going well. So I finished yesterday's dull maths project. I did some biology homework today. So I'm confident that this is something I could continue. The one good thing that's happened these last 24 hours is that it's my third day where I really haven't had any desire to go on social media. The rest of it is literally so bad. Like, I want to watch films and TV shows. I just want to watch things, okay? I get I'm watching stuff on YouTube, but I almost feel like that's made it worse now. Like, it's made it so much harder for me not to go and watch films and TV shows. Like, I want to rewatch The Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt so bad. I mean, I get I watched it a while ago, but that's the reason, okay? It keeps coming to my mind and I don't remember how it finishes. So, I just want to watch it, okay? I remember it being good and I just want to watch it, and I can't. And that's just the first of 3 annoying things, right? The second was that Brooklyn Nine-Nine came out 2 days ago, okay? I haven't watched it for 2 days. That's the longest I've ever gone without watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is just, I just need my Jake Peralta, okay? I need him. But honestly, that's not even the worst part, you know? Because realistically, I was fine up to now. So what really tipped the scales? Well, the tipping point was my mum and my brother. Since the beginning of me starting this, they decided it would be a good idea to start watching a new TV show, which, honestly, I was fine with. I didn't really care. I was like, okay, fine, I'll do something else. It's all good, fine, I'll go on FaceTime or YouTube or something. Like, maybe even read a book, and I didn't, but, you know, I could, but yeah, I was like, okay. But now, guess what they started doing? Guess. I dare you to guess, okay? They started talking about it. Now, I know you're thinking, well, that's fine. Who really cares? I care, okay? Because they're talking about it during meals, okay? I can't leave during a meal because obviously it's family bonding time. But they're literally talking about the one topic I can't talk about. And the one thing I really want to do. It's like they're purposely picking on me. And that's their goal, just to pick on me. Just be like, ha ha ha, you can't watch TV. It's made everything a lot harder, okay? Because now I'm sitting at my desk and I'm trying to be productive, okay? And I wish I could say it has no effect. I wish I could say, oh, I'm going to sit down and I just did all my work and it was all good. It's taking a toll. If you contrast it to my social media at the beginning, it's nothing in comparison, right? My social media, baby crap. This is hard. Honestly, I feel like my social media once, right, is so much less than this whole film TV thing. I think I could do it if it was no social media, because you always will have other ways to contact your friends and stuff, so it's not really a challenge. But film and TV is the best way to escape. It's the best way to get out of the life you're in and go in someone else's life. Annoyingly, I've still gotten a lot of work done. Annoyingly, I've still been able to sit down and do work. So in that sense, it has worked. But I don't feel like I'm absorbing the same amount of information like I did earlier. I'm slowly thinking that this is becoming more of like an 800-meter race where you don't know whether it's a long race like a marathon or whether it's a short race like a 100-meter sprint. It's kind of in between. That's what this feels like. You know, I was prepared for this really, really short thing, and I'm surprised by how long it feels. My week is over. It is time for celebration. Let the party begin. So what are my thoughts? What are my thoughts on this week? You know, kind of what do I conclude? Well, firstly, 1 week is too long. Okay? Especially if you do all of the things that I have done, 1 week is too long. I feel like the longest you could probably go is 4, maybe 5 days tops, but then you burn out and it sucks. Secondly, no social media is not refreshing. You have all those people who tell you it's so great and that it's like the thing to do. No, it truly, it's not even that it sucks or that it's bad. It doesn't really change much. The only difference is you can't talk to your friends. Third thing, the worst thing I think that I banned was films and TV. Okay, social media, you know, you can kind of get around it, and you know, Amazon, you can kind of get around it, but TV and films was the part that really broke me. It might just be me. It might be that for you, your Achilles heel is social media or Amazon or just shopping in general. For me, it was films and TV. Basically, it got to a certain point around day 4, day 5, where I kept getting these thoughts of different films that would keep coming into my head, and without being able to watch them, I couldn't get them out of my system. And you know, there is a point in time where if you've been productive for a certain amount of hours, you should be able to watch TV and stuff, and there's no problem. It's just, you know, like eating sweets at the end of a workout. It's just nice and calming, and although you did something well, you want to, you know what I mean. I would do this again in exam week. That's like the one time I would do it again, and that's the one time I think would be a good idea. Basically, you want to do it where afterwards you can crash. You have the ability to crash. If you have exam week afterwards, the work is basically non-existent. So that's a good time to do it. You can really set your mind to working, and then you can watch TV later, and you're not really worrying about anything. Aside from that, I don't really think it's something I would do. I mean, maybe if I was in the biggest hole ever, like I was now, and I really need to find a way to motivate myself to do anything, that's when I would also do this. But I know I make it seem bad, and I know I make it appear as torture, especially these last few days. But realistically, the whole reason I did this was to compare it to see whether my productivity would increase. And realistically, it did. Like, I was on a run, and now I'm out of it. Now I'm probably going to fall back in again because I did it for too long, and I just want to watch TV. So it did work, it did do the trick, and it did do what it set out for it to do. You just need to think about whether it's something that's really, really something you want to do or not. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it interested you in some way. Please do subscribe if you did enjoy it.